Hello, my name is Richard Jones, and I, along with Susan Bear, co-authored a book by the name of Energy Healing for Couples, Say No to Fighting, Say Yes to Intimacy. We have several reasons for writing this book. The main reason, I believe, is to help people become aware of how energy works in our life and how energy works in our relationships. The first thing that we need to understand is energy attracts like. In other words, negative energy attracts negative energy. Positive energy attracts positive. That has always been, always will be. It's one of the very basic laws of physics. Another law of physics says that any kind of a energy flow that we put out, whether it be positive or negative, travels through the nerve system, meridians of our body, until it reaches a place in our brain that is for storage. Now, once that thought enters that area of storage in our brain, now that energy, whether it be positive or negative, is now matter. And whichever charge it had as energies, whether it's positive or minus, will now be the energy charge of that piece of mass or matter sitting in your brain, just like a brick. The only difference between energy and matter is energy at rest. So we always have to remember that stuff that we store in us, whether it be positive or whether it be negative, will be there for a long, long time, and we cannot destroy that. That's one of the laws of physics also. We cannot destroy energy or mass. We can change it, but we cannot destroy it. So what we need to do as far as our health goes, the major concern of our body is all of the things that happen during our life processed through our body, through our energy system, through our muscles, through our nerves, through our brain, through our heart. How we choose to store these things, it can either be a subconscious thought, which is subconscious thought is a thought that we try to stuff down in somewhere and disappear it. What happens to that is that will keep turning up in our life at the strangest moments. And it's particularly if it's got a negative charge to it, it can really do a lot of things to a relationship. So we want to try to clear those things. If we can't get them removed totally from our body, we want to at least change the charge from negative to positive. And that way, when that comes up, it's a conscious thought that we bring it up, and a conscious thought won't get stuck in there going around in circles. You know, we choose to bring it up, we choose to put it back. Much like taking a loaf of bread out of a drawer. Negative energy is not like that. Like I say, it just kind of, it comes up from absolutely nowhere on a bright sunny day. All of a sudden, here's this big black cloud, So that type of thing, particularly in a relationship. Now picture this. You wake up in the morning, you're in a good mood, it's a sunny day, you can hear a couple of birds right outside of your window, you got a big smile on your face, and the first thing your partner says to you is negative. What happens? So reverse that also. If the first thing out of your mouth is negative, what you've done now is you've taken a positive mood, You can't destroy a mood because it's energy, it's thoughts, it's feelings. So what you've done is you changed it from a positive charge to a negative charge, and it's really easy to do that. Be super supportive of your partner all the time. Manners. Susan and I, anytime we go anywhere in the car, I always open the door for her to get in and to get out. I open the door to a restaurant. I open the door to our house. That's manners. Manners has a lot to do with lubricating the friction between people. And that's basically what good manners are for, is that lubrication to allow people to coexist and get along. Show simple respect to people, particularly your partner. Always respect them. If you, for some reason, disagree over something, state it in a positive way. It makes just such a world of difference. And this book is full of little tips like that, and it's also about changing your whole body, changing your whole mindset, changing your emotions to a more positive direction towards each other particularly. But if you're sour with your boss and you have all of this negative emotion with your family over here, your mom and dad, and you have this negative emotion with the court because you got a ticket, and it just increases. And so you don't want that. So what you do rather than all of that is when something negative comes at you, you stop, you take a hold of that, you look at it, what is this, where did it come from, why is it here, and what can I do with it? If it's something that has to do with your partner, then you sit down with them and you go through this. I don't know where this came from, but we need to get it out of here somehow. So how can we handle this together as a couple? Okay, that's how you lift each other up. And then, it goes up and up and up. Very important to lift each other up, because tearing each other down goes exactly the same way. You tear them down a little, they tear you down, you tear them down, and pretty quick you don't have a relationship anymore. A lot of this really comes from here. Where is the source of our energy? And we have to remember here that like attracts like. If my heart is full of negative energy, if for some reason I am angry at my mate, if I am hurt, whatever it is, you need to sit down, you need to discuss that calmly and decide what can we do to take that negative energy here and turn it into a positive energy. For instance, if you disagree over a purchase you're going to make, sit down and weigh all of the benefits together. And then, you can look at it together as a couple rather than fighting about it. Base the decision on whatever it is that you're looking at. Is it over a holiday vacation? Well, in that case, what are your reasons for being on vacation? Is it to get away and spend time together? You both agree on that, so why not agree on where you're going to go? Flip a coin if nothing else, but take it out of that back and forth bickering area. Because a little bit of bickering becomes a little more bickering, which becomes a lot of bickering, and then pretty quick you're at a point that there's no longer a flow of positive energy, it's negative energy. And so your relationship might still go up and down when you're in that negative stage of a relationship, but it'll go up and down in a downward direction. Where when you have a positive relationship and you support each other and try to always think positive things, say positive things, your relationship will still go up and down, but it'll go up and down in an upward direction. It gets better and better. I can't tell you how incredible it is to be in a relationship that is positive and open. We talk about everything, we decide things together. We have worked out who does what as far as chores and household stuff. So keeping that positive, we're attracting more positive. And so our life keeps getting better and better. That's just the way the universe works. So we're going to go on from here in our next video and talk a little bit about how the actual process of energy healing happens, the techniques and the physical aspects of it. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I want to say that Susan and I love you all, and we want the very best for you. We want the best for your life, and we particularly want the best for your relationships. And I want to thank you so much for your time.